been errata'd. So as written there, it says, hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn. The errata'd language also includes or starts its turn within 10 feet of the Guardian.
Which makes a lot more sense.
Yes. I don't think you can necessarily direct it to what I would call like precision damage, right? Like specify
I
hit
wouldn't
this spot.
think so. It's definitely autonomous. There's a hope though that if I put it where I want it to hit, that maybe it'll just be like, that's closest.
Fair. I would certainly give it a chance to hit that square. But let's see. Given that you are, before you make that decision, you are up, you picked up your weapon. Narlug, make your second d20 roll.
Narlug.
Yes, roll your attack.
It wanted to be a 4, but we wouldn't let it.
Right, that does hit. So go ahead and give me full damage for the battle axe, and then add the 2 that you rolled there as well. Okay, so close. If only you'd rolled the 5 like you did before. Actually, that's your first roll. We'll give you the 11. Fine. It was 5 on the initial roll plus the 6. So what you are able to do with that attack, there will be additional actions required to remove it, but you are able to slam the axe down in the floorboards, and as you do, all of those neat like inlays of thorned vines on the blade flare briefly as you do finally connect with a plant creature with this magic plant slaying axe.
On the payoff so long ago.
And the floorboards splinter under the head of it, and as they crack open into like, it's not so much like you would have expected like a clean break of the board, it almost looks like a mouth as the floorboards kind of crack apart and leave this big gaping hole in the floor. Inside you can see yet another one of those fist-sized green gems carved kind of to look like a pine cone, give or take, sitting in what almost looks like a bird nest down in the mouth of this thing. But you are able to break it open, which means that somebody can make an attempt to get down in there and get it. So good job on that. And Irvir, I will let you decide whether or not that changes what you're doing here, because that is, I think, the correct order of operations.
Sure does.
And I think you would see, again, high passive perception. The floorboards, the edges, fair, still move a little bit.
That was going to be my question, is if I jump down there, is that going to be a problem? Is my danger sense going off?
We're talking more like a, I don't have something of an appropriate size to demonstrate, but think like, I don't know, an opening in the floor like the size of a shopping bag, like a big cardboard or brown paper shopping bag, where you could like reach your forearm in there, but you're not going to jump down in there. If that makes any sense. Yeah, it's a compartment, not a pit.
Okay. Yeah, I was picturing like a gate.
Like a glove box.
Yeah, no, like a glove box, yes, give or take. If it looked like the glove box wanted to eat you. Zeki, I think you're muted if you're trying to talk.
And it's just on a bird nest? It's not connected to anything?
Does not look like it. And bird nest is the best descriptor I can give you. It's a tangle of what looks like woven strands of hair and like sticks, and you can see like what probably are parts of some sort of ritual that uses this thing to assist in animating the hut. This is like a weird bog witch magical receptacle. She's not an artificer, but this is what the gem sits in to channel its power elsewhere. But you don't see it lashed down, clamped in, whatever. It just sits there like an egg in this bizarre rat's nest.
Well, I don't think I have a better option than to just try to yoink it.
Okay.
Zaki's nodding yes, so I think we're in agreement. I might as well just, I guess I'll have to like prone myself.
If it goes wrong and we live, we'll buy you a new arm. It's all good.
It's the Indiana Jones one right there.
We'll buy you a new one.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I'd pull that ring.
So
Okay.
as you, so you're just gonna like what? Drop the sword and go in there with that arm? What is your plan of attack here?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the idea. Is that I want to reach in, drop the sword, and
Okay.
reach in, and I guess I'll probably have to lay down to get my arm in far enough or something. So I might be prone again.
Probably, yeah. I mean, realistically, like you could drop your knees, but functionally, that's the same as going prone.
Let's play a game.
Yes, very much the energy we've got here.
And try to reach in and snatch it.
Let's see. If someone attempts this while the hut is alive, the cavity sprouts wooden teeth, becoming a maw that bites anything that tries to remove the gem, unsurprisingly. Please make me a dexterity saving throw as you attempt to reach in there and grab it without getting bitten.
When I think of Berber, I think of dexterity.
You don't.
You don't. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it because the damage as written is going to down you again.
It sure is.
Not any better. Yeah, even the average is higher. If you'd like, did you already use your bonus action this turn?
No.
I'll be nice. 50-50, even or odd. Your call.
Even.
Okay. I was going to give you the option to healing word yourself first, but unfortunately, yes, you are able to get your hand in there. You get your hand around the gem, but as the house clamps down on your forearm and you're not able to pull it out fast enough, you take 13 piercing damage. Thankfully, it does not hold on to you, but it clamps down and kind of spits you back out, and I'm afraid you two fall unconscious again.
Great.
Sorry. Yeah, but on bright side, no death saves. So, we are back to the hut and the bad bitch herself. Ooh, I think it's not happy about that, but you are already down. Okay, we're gonna spread a little bit. The hut, first of all, is going to multi-attack. First one's coming at you, Narlug. 30 to hit, which I assume hits.
Barely.
Fuck yeah.
Please take
Barely.
27 bludgeoning damage as a root kind of flails into the door and kind of thrashes around and bangs you against the wall. Then another one, since you are still a problem, is going to come at you, Rolmir. Actually rolled like shit. 17 to hit.
17. I'm going to use my
Your parry.
I'm going to use my parry though, so it won't hit me.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to just barely get the rapier up, and I think rather than really like deflecting this 800-pound root, you kind of like are able to use the force of it to push you out of the way rather than pushing the attack. I'm not gonna make you move, but like it's just enough to like kind of blunt the blow. And then the last one here, man. I think it's gonna go for Irina. Baba has not. Well, yeah, I don't think she's recognized her yet. She's been kind of busy. So knowing that she's going after, yes, a 28 will hit Irina. Knowing she's going after the Ravens, those of you who are still conscious would see one kind of slam into her back. And she doesn't go down, but she looks pretty badly injured by that. But then Baba Lysaga. Actually, I feel like she needs to know. I'm gonna make. Wait, her passive perception 13. Roll my own luck check here. Okay. You don't see any dawning realization on her face. So I think she's just gonna keep going, man. I'm sorry. As she sees you manage to like parry that root problem here, she is going to scowl at you. There's such a thing as enjoyable company, and you, my dear, are definitely not it. And she's going to just exhale like a gigantic wall of fog, and she's going to cast Cloud Kill. It is a 20-foot radius. She's actually going to center it on her because she's immune. So I'm trying to...
Now, is there a window in front of me where I can see this bitch?
Oh! Yes, I think so. And let me double check one other thing. Bells, what do you have, my dear? Ah, okay, yes, there is.
There is? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna counterspell it.
Okay. Man, she's running low on those. Ugh. Okay. You counterspell. And you see her think about it. And she will not counterspell you. So rather than a erupting full wall of fog, it just kind of starts, and as Gnarlik basically backhands the magic, yes, turns into kind of just a burp. And I think what she's gonna do instead then is Misty Step. And we're gonna go on top of the hut. She's up on the roof. And then just kind of scowl down at all of you. Truly unkind. You invade a nice old woman's home. You won't let her have her fun. Oh, you're going to regret it. Irina. So Irina's fucking hurt, but not down. I think she is going to retreat behind Rictavio. And then we're going to see if we can get another attempt at opening this fucking cage. Not... Well, Irina can help and then move. Crit. Okay. So with their assistance, they are able to pry open the second cage, which frees another swarm of ravens.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna run with her movement, and she's also gonna take a defensive stance. You've seen her parry before. Relda is going to... Fuck. I think she's going to use her last third level spell. I know you went to help her, but I don't think she can make it there and attack.
That's fine.
So
there wasn't much options I
gonna...
really had for a bonus action.
Right.
Fair. But what she's going to do is she's going to fire that off, kind of glancing blow to hit the top of the house and hopefully Baba as well. That's a pretty good roll. Nice one, dear. Save. Dexterity. No. Save. The high roll between the two of them was a 10, So they do not save, and it looks like she took another considerable amount of damage. The hut is, well, still 80% or more of a hut. Von Richten is going to use his action to heal Irina. No. Ooh. How callous are you? You're not that callous. Let's cast a 4th level cure. 22. And then I think he just wants to stay close to her. Okay, ravens. These are going to swarm up and attempt to peck at Baba.
Yeah, ravens.
The ravens crit. Fuck yeah, ravens. Dealing a total of 9 piercing damage. Alright. The other ravens, and functionally they're prone. They have to fly out of the cage. So they're going to move up to threaten her. As they can. So that's their 15. And then she already used her action, so I think she's going to... she's a coward. Come hide with you. And then we are up to Ayakabachi.
I'll see this raven-like humanoid jump over some rubble next to me. The hunt is still upon us. And I'll jump out in front of them to defend them, not knowing them at all, but seeing their passion for the
Oh, no, you know her. This is the woman that you met in the Circle of Standing Stones.
Oh, frog then, so maybe she doesn't know me, I don't know.
Oh, she doesn't know you, yeah, but you know her.
I'm gonna run a little closer.
Careful, because she still has her reaction.
I know she does.
She does.
I'm going to cast. I mean, I was close. I was in 60 feet either way, so it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on. You know what? I want to do that before I enter. I want to cast Healing Word on. I believe.
Hey.
If I could look at Ralmir, I could probably see he's still bloody, right? I mean, I don't know. He's perfectly healthy.
I mean, he's red on red. No, yeah, you know he got
He
swatted.
got hit at some point.
Thing.
I think I only healed him for 9, so he should have some health missing.
Yes.
I'm gonna heal him. with
Oh,
a-
interesting.
She can
I think she's gonna let the healing go.
heal level 1 for a total of 14 to
God, that's so efficient.
Drowmere, and then 9 to everybody else inside the circle.
Yep, including you, Orvir. And Irina's actually also within. She's taking damage. She'll heal. Whoa. Not above her maximum, though. Here we go.
In fact, we'll go one more farther away. Give me 30 feet. And then we're going to cast a cantrip. Hopefully it works. 'Cause we're going to
Cantrip?
cast Vine Whip and try to pull that bitch right off that fucking door.
Oh.
Where my Vine Whip at? Thorn Whip! Come on. Come on, normal. Come on, Thorn Whip. Don't fail me now, babe.
That's a 2-hit, right?
That's 23 to hit.
Oh. Yeah, that'll hit.
Well, that was the description. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignore that healing. 9 piercing, and I'm gonna pull her 10 feet towards me. So that would be enough to.
Yes, you damage her for 9 and heal her for 9.
No!
10 feet towards you.
Yeah, so she'd be right up the right, basically with those crows, like right there.
Oh, I'm gonna be so mad
Is
if
she
this goes
take
down
fall
how
damage?
it's about to go down. She does take fall damage.
Fuck yeah.
Thorn Whip!
Fuck. No. That's
Oh,
just
go
very
zero.
smart. We're gonna go. Yeah, she falls.
She could counter my cantrip.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think she would recognize she's not a druid, so I don't think she knows that spell. But I think she goes, it's something minor. Oh shit, you know.
Yank.
Yeah, wow, gnarly.
That would be all my movement and all my stuff. Bonus action, all of it. So.
Good as fuck intro.
She better have a life alert, dude.
It is, yes.
I
So she's gonna take
can't get up.
20 would be 2d6 falling.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna take 8 from the fall. And yeah, she just like staggers off the roof with a shriek and falls face down in the bog.
Would she happen to be prone?
She is prone.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
That's a good turn.
Wow.
Let's go.
Can she's in range of Narlag? Or not Narlag, Rolmir. Okay.
Oh, she's sure. If she's not, I could dash.
Oh no, she is. That's 5 squares. Also, the Ravens are not flanking, for the record. They are up. They were going for the roof. She is prone, though, which means you have advantage in melee anyway. We are to Narlock.
Alright, so is the hole closed now?
No.
Okay.
It, like, bites down, but you've broken the boards enough that it can't stay, like, fully sealed.
And Hervir's just prone, right?
Hervir's just prone now, yes.
Okay. Is that a bonus action to help him up, or an action?
If you'd like to help him up, ooh, I actually don't know. You can sacrifice half your movement to give him a hand up, I suppose.
Help him up, and then I'm gonna reach down to grab that son of a bitch.
I see. Yeah, go for it. You want to spend most of, pretty much all your movement, basically, moving over there, picking him up, and then dropping prone yourself. Yeah, go for it.
Correct. Boom, help him up. And then I'm gonna reach down, grab that fucking green orb.
Okay.
What do I gotta roll?
It's a dexterity save as you try and reach in and grab the gem before the house is able to bite down on your hand.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
Not the most dexterous motherfucker.
No. Unfortunately, it is able to bite down on your hand for 12 piercing damage.
That's alright, we eat those.
Sorry, that's funny. Yeah, unfortunately, you are not able to grab it out of there. Just out of curiosity. Sorry, looking at something.
Can't just like muscle through the pain.
God damn it, I just clicked away. It does specifically say fails to retrieve the gem if you are bitten. I think it's a little silly.
I believe in y'all.
But I will say I would allow some creativity in doing so. But I'm not going to give you the hint I'm thinking of.
Hey, I wish I had Bigsby's hand fucking prepared for this.
Yep. Well, that would definitely do it. Or a certain cantrip, but you do not have it.
Yep.
All right. So yes, that's your movement, your action. Anything else you would like to do, sir?
I don't really have many bonus actions to do.
Yeah, not without Misty Stepping, which, I mean... fair enough. Alright, then I think we're going to go to Rolmir.
Okay. Oh. Oops, that might be wrong. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to attack her since I get advantage. I get sneak attack.
Yes, you do.
Fuck no!
You know, there come times in a DM's life when you're just kind of like hoping that a bad guy gets another round to maybe do something, and then the rogue's like, go fuck yourself, and on my side of the screen, this is what I see. So yeah, that hits. Go ahead and give me critical sneak attack damage.
Look at all these dice!
2 whole scoops of dice.
Look at all the dice! Look at all the dice!
44.
So she is down in the muck, has not had a chance to right herself yet, and you
She
charge
face down
over.
and drowning in it.
Not drowning, but face down and definitely like fully face
She has a
planted.
big ass witch nose, so it's barely above the water.
Yeah, the rest of her face is propped up just on the nose. But yes, as Rolmir, you sprint over and just like back of the neck, perfect, and with a little flick,
Flick of the
you
wrist.
see that she goes still with a final. She slips into the mud. As that occurs, immediately overhead, there's a crackle of thunder and lightning as the clouds above the swamp grow dark. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Oh god. Now the DM's just getting vengeful.
No.
Strahd's just gonna come down, fireball.
Incoming scarecrow horde, dude.
The hags reappear. Fuck!
Just to cover myself here, so like this little, I don't like all that thunder and stuff, so I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Probably not hidden from the hut, for the record, but likely to be hidden from anything else that might be arriving.
Yeah, bright red fucking demon dude.
Just cover himself in mud. That's pretty good. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, you are able to, with a 24, meld into the mud a little bit. So you're stealth, you attack, you move, got it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Then we are on to Irvir.
Boy. It is an action to retrieve.
It is an action. You could also maybe call to somebody else as well, if you'd like. I don't think... You have to remember, the door is opaque from the outside, or really it just shows like a fake interior of the hut, so Rictavio and Relda are both pretty dexy and have no idea what you're doing. Rolmir has no idea what you're doing. But yes, it is a dexterity save unless you have either some method of preventing it from biting you, or lessening the chance that it can bite you, or some other way of non-contact getting it out of that pit.
I don't have create water.
Clever if it were made of plastic. Or if you just wanted the hut to go...
Gurgle it!
I figured there was a limit to how much it could hold, like fucking... Well, I guess it would probably just sink anyway.
It is a big rock, functionally. The other gem weighed about 5 pounds.
I also wondered about, targeted blight.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Blight does a bunch of fucking damage to plants, doesn't it?
Yes.
Necrotic, right?
But it does either increased or maximum to
I
plants.
think it rolls max on, or they have disadvantage on the save.
Yeah.
Max damage, and they got disadvantage on the save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that if you target a non-magical plant that isn't a creature, such as a tree or shrub, it doesn't make a saving throw, it simply dies. Oh, okay.
Fuck that tree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, fuck that tree in particular.
Well, in this case, it would be fuck those teeth in particular.
Yeah, that's a pretty high-level spell. And normally that kind of, precision targeting doesn't work in D&D 5e, but I think that's very flavorful and also the right tool for the job, if that makes any sense. It's yet another case where it's particularly effective against plant monsters, and this is a gigantic plant monster. So I think if you are willing to spend the spell slot, that has a pretty good chance of working. I will say, unsurprisingly, this thing has a very high Constitution score, but it is going to make the save with disadvantage.
I mean, the other alternative is
There
healing
is-
word myself above possible
Yeah.
bite threshold minus a
And
crit.
then go for it.
Yeah, so it doesn't get its next turn. Hopefully.
Go ahead, and I know this is not ideal for you. Well, actually, I don't know if you even have it. So before I bother with that, 1 second. Do you have? Sorry, I feel like asking that question gives the roll away. So 1 moment. You do. Give me a Arcana check, DC 10. Okay. You are far from an expert, right? What you're really trained on, I think, is the undead and how to slay them. In fact, you were sent to bed in your youth during your training with undead slaying for dummies to put under your pillow to learn through osmosis. But you're pretty sure this thing probably can be slowed down, if not temporarily incapacitated, by attempting to dispel the magic that animates it. You don't think you're potent enough to stop it entirely, but you think that an attempted dispel here may be advisable.
That surprises the hell out of me mechanically.
It is a specific trait of this creature.
Huh.
It must basically... I can give you the specific text because you... I can give you a snippet of it. If targeted by Dispel Magic, the hut must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against the caster's spell save DC or bad effect.
Let's see. So here's Dispel Magic.
So your DC is 16. So it's your choice. You can either go for the Dispel, which it will have to con save against, or you can attempt to Blight, which is a higher level spell, of course.
Well, I would cast this up at least to raise the DC.
Okay.
Or wait, no, this that's not how this works.
It is. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. Oh, no, sorry. Right. I'm reading it backwards.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. So you roll... Normally you would roll against. Actually, I don't know if this is advantageous for you. I was trying to throw you a bone.
Depends on the level of the spell you're dispelling.
Yeah,
It
so I'm
does
like,
normally,
surely
but
this hut-
this creature specifically has a trait,
He's got, like, a
anti-magic
special
susceptibility. Because really, if you're just going to try and blight it to stop it biting you... So basically, here's what it is. This will, if the hut fails the save, take it out of the fight, functionally. Unless you guys are very slow and very dumb about this. If you blight it, you can probably, again, unless it makes the save, in which case it would still take a shitload of damage, at least destroy the jaws here. So it's a less high chance to just knock the fucker out, or a higher chance to open up after one more round here, an opportunity for somebody to get that gem.
Yeah, I'd much rather see if we can save people the incoming damage, but my kind of thought was, okay, well, does casting Dispel Magic at a higher level grant me a benefit, but it doesn't raise my DC if I do it?
I would say normally no, but if you're willing to pump it, then I'll let you increase the spell save DC by however many spell levels you pump it. I don't know if you have 5th level spells yet, but if you do, and you want to dump it to 5, I'll let you make it a DC 18.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll blow that. I'll move the spell slot, and we'll try to Dispel Magic.
Get up!
on
Get
the
up!
hut.
Okay. 4, 5, 5.
This is the 5th level.
Constitution save. Okay. Good thing it does not have advantage, because the secondary dice or a crit. As you kind of are panicking here, you've been bitten, Norlug's been bitten, shit's going on outside. You can't see what just happened with Bralmir, but you hear the thunder. You're just like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And you reach out with the spell magic. And because of the unique traits at play here, as that kind of push of magical force from you, it bounces off of like the soul, for lack of a better description, of this creature, but something goes weird harmonically, and it kind of careens around the inside of this space. And rather than the constant kind of slow rock and rumble of this thing as it's been flailing around and smashing people, it kind of like a spider without flipping over, but it just goes stiff and kind of paralyzed, and for the next 1 minute, the hut is unconscious.
Arby will then shout
And
out.
the
Since
jaws.
you can't make saves, right?
Unconscious creatures have disadvantage on basically everything.
If you hit him, it crits too.
Yes.
Ooh, that makes my next turn very easy.
Arby will shout out that the hut's temporarily disabled. The heart's exposed. We need to grab it.
Okay. So the hut, on its turn, sleeps. Baba is dead. There's a Baba is you word you don't want, Mike. And we move to the NPCs. Let's see. I think she is still just a fucking coward. The were-raven is going to, in kind of a flustered, I can't stay, but good job. I'll meet you at the Standing Stones if you make it. And she is going to flee with a caw, and that is going to also call the other ravens to begin. I'm just going to double move, fleeing with her. Irina hurt, not down. 1, 2, 3. I think hesitant to run in, but they are going to move up as Von Richten's going to step into the doorway. Relda will double move and kind of elbow him out of the way, but that's her action. At the very end of the round, you all begin to hear hoofbeats, but not across the swamp, coming from the sky above. And though it is still quite distant, you see the figure of a nightmare, the creature, a ashen, pitch black horse with hooves of flame riding out of the sky towards you, with a very familiar looking blood red cloak billowing out behind it. One you've seen often around the shoulders of one Strahd von Zarevich. We are to Ayakobachi.
Yakobachi will see his flying friends go by, and he'll be like, "Thank you for the help on the hunt. It's much appreciated." And as his eyes kind of connect with the ravens as they fly, he'll see the incoming threat, and he'll be like, "Well, that's not good at all." And
I think there's about 30 or 40 ravens that all go, "Thank you, thanks, 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 thanks," as they all fly away.
And I'll get a little closer. I don't know. I only have 35 feet of movement, so I would basically be in Rictavio's spot if I go like right like here. I mean, I have 10 more feet right there. I don't know. Can I I can't see in there from here, right? I have to be inside there.
You do have to be through the threshold, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, we got.
She's still alive, right? She's just down.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
If
dead.
you're talking
dead?
about
Okay.
We
Bubba
got her,
Saga,
baby. We
yeah.
got her. I'm gonna cut her hand off.
She
We got
was
time,
she
but
was at
final
5
time.
HP when Rolmir stabbed her for whatever that was.
44?
44.
A crit. Go. I'm just going to. I don't think attacking this thing would wake it up.
Close like the tyrant foot.
I think you would assume that if you do attack it, it's not going to wake up. It is
Yeah.
disabled,
Might as well attack it if I got nothing else to
represented
do.
as unconscious.
You know what? I could be more productive. You know what? I'll cast Long Strider.
Okay.
Nobody needs a heal right
Uh,
now. We're all alive, so
Yeah, we're gonna have to dip.
we have to dip.
So who are you targeting with Long
A
Strider?
little more movement.
Oh yeah, yeah.
2 first level spells. And then with that, I'll be at. I could probably like go in now from like another 20 feet with like bring me right here.
Cut out. I'm not sure if that's just me or if that's everybody, but you're
No,
gonna
he
move
Oh,
all
cut
the way.
out.
Push to talk my back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So like, if I use Long Strider, I could go like probably like there with another 20 feet because I'd be at like 45 instead of I'd be at 25, so another 20.
Sure.
And then I'll just be ready to do whatever the hell we're gonna do next turn.
Okay. Then we are up to Narlug.
Alright, no, Lug's gonna reach in and grab that son of a bitch.
Okay. Yeah, you do. And as you reach your hand down into the now slack jaws that have, manifested in the floor here, and you pull out the gem, there's a moment, like, as you pull that, like, the roots and stuff, not like they're preventing you from lifting, but they kind of stay stuck to it.
They don't want to let go. They're like, "No."
And as it's still attached, it pulses in your hand like a heart until the last of the roots rip free. And there's a brief flash from the gem where it brightens and then it dims back to that kind of pale glow of the one that you found before. And with a shuddering groan and a thump, the house no longer is suspended on its roots as they collapse under the weight of the hut and it falls fully to the ground. So it would seem now it is simply a hut. There is still potentially a threat incoming. So I would like to ask, is there anything else you would like to do? Movement, bonus action?
Yeah, Gnarlug's gonna dash and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay.
10, 15, 20.
Just grabs the gem and goes running across the swamp. Nope.
Peace!
So, question.
Yes.
So, for those floorboards, so are they still like messed up, or
Yes.
can I hide somebody? Can I hide someone that's like human size underneath those floorboards, real quick?
I see what you're thinking. I think she's a bit too large to be shoved into there.
Just stomping at her, kick her in, you know.
I will
Suck it in.
remind you of two things.
Suck it in.
Suck it in. I will
Think
remind you
so.
of two things before you all go running off into the night. There is something that you are here looking for,
I remember.
and also the actual description of the interior. The hut is 15 feet on a side and packed with old furniture, most of which is now smashed due to a giant frog, and branches flailing all over.
That's a toad, thank you.
Yes, Toad, I'm sorry. I keep mislabeling you. Including the remains of a wooden cot, wicker cabinet, a slender wardrobe, a wooden table, a stool, a barrel-top wooden chest reinforced with brass bands that is still intact, and an iron tub stained with blood. So, interestingly, despite all of the chaos, despite all of the damage, that chest still seems fine.
Sorry, we gotta get
but
this
yeah.
gem back to the winery so I can get my bottle of wine.
Fair enough. Roll here.
Because I don't know if anybody like in the hut saw the. They probably just heard thunder. They didn't see like the
No.
cloak, right?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of the mud,
Mm-hmm.
and can I?
You got water walking. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
No. I'm not worried about the water walking.
At this point, are we technically in combat?
Kinda.
So
Time is of
can
the
I?
essence.
Can I use? Well, she's probably okay, but can I use like hold person though to carry Irina into the hut? Just don't
Hold
scoop her,
person?
or
Do you just want to
possibly?
pick her up? Well, hold
Yeah,
person
pretty
is like
much.
a paralytic wizard spell. You're
Oh.
just asking if you want to like basically
I'm sure
drag
she would
Irina.
willingly let you
Yeah.
pick her up. You don't have to paralyze her.
She probably would. She also does act after you in initiative, so you just want to shout like inside, like
Yeah.
they'll probably listen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell at her, tell her to get inside though, and then I'm gonna go, and then I'm just gonna move inside too.
Okay. And then okay, so you're just gonna move in. That's your movement, no problem. I think you also see this chest. Then we are, unless there's anything else you'd like to do in your turn, we're gonna move to Ervier.
Is there a lock on the chest?
Why don't you give me an investigation?
Okay.
(18) With a successful DC 17 intelligence investigation check, you determine that it is not physically locked, but as you give it a once-over, you notice that there are fine, very faint runes carved all over it, and you think this is probably magically trapped.
Okay.
But yes. Damn, sorry, I just looked at the treasure. Okay. So, if you like, you could probably try and disarm that. That's going to be a high DC unless you've got some way to dispel it.
As,
Put this spell in the party.
yeah, I would just not to take any risks, so I'll just talk to Ervier about that.
Mention it to him. Fair enough.
Because he's next.
That is also true. Let's see. Da-da-da. So the actual rules say about getting rid of that. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so you're gonna alert Ervier to its presence, and then we'll move
Yep.
to Ervier.
Okay. Then I guess I should act on that information. Let's see. Make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier.
Mhm.
I will cast it at a 4th level just to be sure.
Because spell 4th level automatically end the effects of spell on target if it is equal to or less than the level. Okay, so you're going to cast it at 4th level.
Yeah.
Glyph of Warding is a 3rd level spell, which means that you automatically succeed
Yeah,
on
I
it.
didn't know if she upcast it or not.
Fair
I
enough.
thought that would
No,
be a
she
good
did not.
gotcha.
It would be. So yes, with your action, you are able to Glyph of Warding, wipe it out of existence, which leaves, at least to your eyes, what appears to be now just a barrel-topped wooden chest.
Don't laugh, it's a fucking mimic.
That would be kind of fucked up, but it would be also amazing.
It would be
Especially
amazing.
Especially when you made that whole reaction for what's in the treasure. That was the biggest work in the world. It was a mimic the whole time. Fucking guy worked us.
Yeah. Let's pop that shit open.
Okay. as you pop the lid,
Giant
here's
set of
this.
teeth grow and bite your hand.
It's actually much funnier than that.
Yeah.
Let me grab these. Hang on one second. Where are they?
It's a vial of water, not holy.
No. I promise you, there's a large amount of treasure in here. However,
Meat pies.
drag. There
A
we go.
woman of the night.
As you open the lid, you can see that there is quite a lot of gold, assorted gemstones, a number of scrolls, a bunch of stuff in here, but as the lid comes back, on the underside of it are 4 disembodied hands that jump out from under the lid and attempt to attack you.
Hey,
Fuck
Oh.
yeah.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Opening the lid releases 4 crawling claws that fight until destroyed.
Fuck yeah.
So they're going to attempt to claw you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or if you're open up, it might down him.
Best of the attack rolls there is a 15.
19 AC, thank Christ.
Okay, so yes, you open the lid and again, Thing from the Addams Family just jump out at you and kind of scrabble ineffectively against your plate mail. Which, I mean, it's entirely up to you what you're all going to do, but they're not really a threat. They are more of an annoyance than anything
I'd like to
for people of your strength.
Undead for undead destruction.
Oh, that's true. You can do that.
I assume they're low enough CR that they might just die.
Yeah. Is that an action?
It is. That's why I said action surge.
Thank goodness you took those 2 levels and fired him.
I'm
If
a
you
warcaster, it's my reaction.
If you burn 2 uses, I'll let you do it.
Ooh, 2 channel divinities. Just really don't want me to have fucking Path to the Grave. Yeah, it's probably fine. We got other shit to do. I'll burn 2 channel divinities.
Okay. So yes, they kind of slap against you and I think you're just kind of no. And they just fucking turn to dust. These things are so low I don't think they can even make the save. They're CR 0.
Oh yeah, I
Hit
instantly
points.
destroy undead below
CR
something.
2 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just a glow from your holy symbol and they crawl up on the ground like spiders. But within the chest are 1,300 gold pieces, 5 500 gold piece gemstones, a vial of some magical looking liquid. Let's see what the description. It is a clear gelatinous oil that sparkles with tiny ultra thin silver shards. 2 spell scrolls in fancy pouches, or the tubes. There is a pouch that rattles like something other than gold. A set of very elaborate looking pipes. And a small onyx gemstone. It's cut to look like a cat's head with a brilliant green eye. Or I guess technically it's black agate, not onyx. It looks like onyx. And at the very bottom, there's also a very elaborate looking sword. Or at least you think it's a sword, until you kind of reach for it and realize it is only the hilt. It's beautiful. It's made of silver, with a very, sort of branching crossguard with a gigantic sapphire set into it. And though old and weather-worn, sturdy leather grip, but it has no blade.
Holy lightsaber.
Stuff it all into our pockets.
Right? Stuff it up.
I'll-
We'll all figure
I'll
out
take-
what gives what later. We're just in a hurry.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take that liquid.
I was gonna say I could probably help you identify that. I make liquids, so
I got a collection
I
of
literally have
different.
identify.
Spoilers on what all the stuff is, but I know you will identify it. But yes. For reference, by the way, the oil is +3. So it temporarily makes a weapon +3 magical.
+3 damage or like +3 to
+3
like,
attack and damage. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, so you scoop all of that stuff. Claws fall to the floor. And I think we can... So the intent is to flee here?
I guess so. Regain ourselves. I was gonna use my turn to heal. Basically heal Ervir a little bit, and then I
Okay.
can always, like transform into a giant eagle and just fly somebody. So whoever's slow, like maybe Ervir.
I don't think I'm any slower than Narlock.
Yeah, it's fair. I can pick up one of them. But I do want to cast a Cure Wounds on just to get him while we have this unicorn up for a little bit.
Sure.
I'm gonna go third level because I know he's hurt.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
So that'll be 18 plus 9, 27 healing. And everyone else gets 9 if anyone else is missing any HP. Go
Do I
ahead
get
and
the
give
9 on
yourself
top of it? Oh, no.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. That included the 9.
Yeah. Yeah, the 27 was the 12 plus 6 plus
Okay.
9. Wow. The healing that pumps out is just
fucking
38
broken.
HP now.
actually insane.
Pretty good. And I guess I'll get ready to get the fuck out of here. If that's what I look around and see everyone's kind of faces and grab some of the loot so we can figure it out later. And I can get 45 feet, so.
Yeah, I picture throwing it comically in like a burglar sack.
Yeah.
Right? Like that.
Yeah, it's a picturing Rolmir with the
And I
hamburger's
guess
bag
for
over his
shits and
shoulder.
grins, I'll just have it follow me. 'Cause,
A bindle.
Yeah. Okay, so if everybody is sprinting off, we can assume that is the case. The NPCs will follow. It would take another round until you are kind of at the edge of where you can even see. But true enough, it is Strahd that is inbound atop his nightmare, which I believe you got the name of, Bucephalus. But he lands. We can just move back to the overview map here because I'm just going to narrate. He lands in front of the hut, and there's a moment where he looks over his shoulder at you, and just kind of. You're not entirely sure. He's maybe 100 feet off, but kind of you see a jerk of the shoulders. And he will kneel down, placing his immaculate, fancy breeches, the knee of them, right into the mud. And he will pick up Baba Lysaga. And he cradles her for just a moment, reaching and closing her eyes. And then stands, walks to the front door, places the body inside the hut. And with a snap of his fingers, lights the entire thing ablaze with a fireball. And though it is no longer fully animated, as the hut burns, the roots twitch and squirm, and there's almost a shriek as whatever fully animated this thing, in addition to the gemstone, is freed as this massive funeral pyre goes up. And he stands, not looking at you, but staring into the flames as it all begins to erupt into a roaring conflagration. And he throws back his head and just laughs at the sky. And as you flee into the fog, that's the last image you see, is him just fully deep-chested, cackling, as what remains of Baba Lysaga and her hut burn away. Which leaves you out in the fog, fleeing south into Perez. Which I guess begs the question, what would you like to do now?
You stop at those goats.
Go stop real quick.
Goat stop though, right?
We can
That's
either
funny.
free them or talk to them or eat them.
Fair.
Aren't goats worth a lot?
Probably.
Goats actually would be worth a lot here.
Yeah, probably.
Oat milk.
Right, we haven't seen a glass of milk the entire time we're here.
Why can I not open
Some people like to
anything?
fuck them, you know? Like shit.
I got mother's milk.
There's your cursed thought. I'm gonna reload my or my Roll20 client. For some reason, it won't let me pop shit out. But yeah, goats do not appear to be on the list of easily obtainable animals.
Maybe we could just settle down and be goat breeders.
Right? That's the new plan. Fuck all this adventuring
Kill
nonsense.
Strahd's mom, come goat breeders. Step 3, profit. Easiest plan you've ever had in your life.
Romance
Insane.
pays better than adventuring.
Right? Just gotta kill Strahd's mom. That's all.
Okay. So if you do want to actually stop by the goat pen, this area is perhaps 150 feet across. It is like kind of a loosely hammered in collection of wooden stakes that are not far enough apart that a goat could squeeze between them, but it's not like a proper palisade wall or anything. The perhaps concerning part is it's not clear how these were shoved into the mud, but these are like tree trunks that have just been like forcefully hammered down. And you can see every 10 feet dotted along the perimeter are those skulls that you saw turning and watching out into the fog. But now, instead of burning embers in the eye sockets, they all sit at an odd angle with the jaws hanging open and streaks of tar running down like tears from the eyes, and don't seem to move anymore, as their controller has now been slain. Milling around in this pen appear to be 9 or 10 goats. It's hard to tell with how clumped together they are in the fog. But there does not appear to be a gate.
I could just snag one.
Well, if there's not appear to be a gate,
You also have a man with a magic axe, or any other way to get in here. Or you could vault over Rolmir. You're certainly acrobatic enough.
that's true. Well, all the magic would be gone though, because she's dead.
It would appear that way, yes.
That would be like if there's no gate though, then it's probably magic protected. But I killed
Oh,
her.
it's
so.
not no gate like it's open. Like the entire perimeter is fence. She did have a flying skull that she would use to get in and out when dealing.
Oh, I gotcha. I get what you're saying. Never mind. We're going into evil forest with the head of witch in there. I just think something's going to be trapped.
That's fair. Yes, that's on me for not clarifying that it's not like an opening and a lack of a gate. There is just no way in or out, other than squeezing between these or jumping over.
Yeah, I'm acrobatic enough.
Yeah. And you're not currently being threatened by anything. I will even just say, with a good running start and like a proper scramble, you can just hop right over the top. You are a high-level rogue after all. So yeah, with like a little quick bit of parkour, you find yourself in here with a bunch of goats. Um, Interestingly, they seem pretty well cared for. Not malnourished or anything. There's like a big old stack of hay that it seems like they've been munching on, along with all sorts of questionable organic stuff, be that rotting vegetables or chunks of God knows where she got anything made of flesh to feed them, but goats will eat just about anything. And yeah, as you hop in, they don't even appear to like be afraid of you or anything. They just kind of continue chewing and staring off into the distance with an occasional meh.
Do I have any treats to give them?
I mean, we have food. We packed a lunch.
Yeah. I do find it kind of funny, though, that Romir, despite being willing to scam peasants, does seem to have a consistent soft spot for critters. I like that.
Always got a string ready. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really
Maybe-
scamming if they're oblivious to a scam?
If a scam falls in the forest and there's no one to hear it, is it really a scam?
Right.
Exactly.
Well, but people like animals.
True. Oh, is it a kinship? Is it because you've got horns and they've got horns? And
That's part of it.
Daddy.
I don't know. Do I have
Self-awareness
hoofs?
racism.
But yeah, I think one of them kind of wanders over and snuffles at your sleeve, and then kind of like casually tries to take a bite of the leather and goes, and decides that's not worth eating.
Goats are often associated with the devil too, so you know
That is true.
Yep.
they got the same eyes as Rawmere. He's like,
I guess if you're like not in a state to transport 9 goats, although you could herd them back up the riverbank the same way you guys got
We could
here.
throw 9 goats in the boat.
we should reduce them all.
Reduce all 9 of them.
For 60 seconds, we gotta go.
Polymorph them
row,
into
row.
like bunnies or some shit.
Right.
This would be a real good time to have a bag of holding.
True.
Stick a straw through the top.
Or
But yes,
polymorph
girls
them
were
into-
probably just
Wait, is there? There's not frogs roaming around in this part of the.
You have heard some frogs.
Yeah, so we could polymorph them into frogs, so no one's going to think anything of
We
it.
have
though.
introduced an invasive species to the land.
I'm picturing the goat pen with 9 regular ass frogs in it, with the frogs just chewing on the hay. I mean, what I was going to say is you could probably let somebody in Valaki know these are here and the way is reasonably safe. Or yes, if you'd like to just herd them, you could do so. But you'll just, through some method or another, have to break down the fence in order to do it. They seem not scared of you. Ervir mentioned that you packed a lunch. Yes, you would have rations of some sort. You can probably tempt them along with food. And Ayakobachi can talk to them.
Yeah, and then I can kind of give them like nice gestures to follow me around. Do I gotta do persuasion? Try to persuade the.
Or what is there a there's an animal handling, isn't there?
Yeah.
Is there?
Or no.
Oh.
It's also charisma,
there is.
I believe.
Oh, there is
Yes,
animal
sir.
handling. I thought because like goats and.
Ah, yes. You were hoping to
So-
for a kinship, you know.
Yes. Just naturally.
Well, I'll give you a little bit of advantage because you got. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and take advantage on a roll. You've got horns.
It was 18.
Okay, didn't even need it. So yeah, you pull something edible out of your pack. Maybe it's like it's just kind of like yesterday's loaf of bread or whatever, and like get some of their attention. And they seem to fairly slowly but surely kind of all pay attention to you. and they kind of like line up in front of you as if they're just like waiting. None of them seem like they're willing to try and like attack you for the bread. But yeah, you have, and now you can count them properly. There are 9 of them. Just kind of staring blankly in your direction and chewing. So yeah, if no, I could see Norlug on the other side of the fence, like winding up with the axe. Just,
The same win.
but yeah, if you want to break them out, and kind of start luring them, I'm sure by a combination of you, gently persuading them to come with you and tempting them along with food, you can get them to start following you, no problem. So we can,
Oh.
just for representation's sake, could show you there's goats. But yeah, no problem. You're able to lure them along. I will say, if you are heading back to the boat, as you go, you would find in your path, there is Scarecrow. But unlike where before they seemed to move in that twitchy, jerky manner when you came across the one at the winery, this one stands stock still on its, brace, and when you get close, doesn't even move in any way, and you can see that similar to the skulls, there is seemingly tar bleeding from the eye holes in the burlap mask that covers its head. And it seems inanimate, even upon prodding.
It's stuffed with hay.
Stuffed with raven feathers and hay.
Sick shit.
I'm gonna say if it was stuffed with just hay, though, I could give it to the goats.
I
True.
will use control flame or whatever it's called to light that bad boy on fire, because that's what our druid friend asked us to do when I was a frog.
Yes. And as you do, it catches very quickly, like dry kindling. And as it burns, I mean, it smells terrible from all of the additional horrible components that were used to animate this thing. But you also hear the fluttering of wings as it falls apart and just completely dissolves into embers. As you think whatever soul was bound to it to animate it has now been freed.
Be free,
But yeah,
my flying friends.
a distant caw-caw. Thank you.
Did we see Strahd leave?
No.
Yeah, might have to come back for the rest of these.
We'll get the ones on the way that we see.
Fair. Though if you are heading straight back to where you left your boat, that appears to be the only one that you come across. Still, perhaps something that you might... gosh, what was her name? Request of...
Muriel?
Yes,
You could
that
always
is
go back
correct.
to the church.
Sorry, I kept coming up with Marina, and I knew that was wrong. Muriel.
Yeah.
You could probably let her know that now it seems that most of the danger in this place has been averted.
She did say that we should meet her back there. We probably could take a short rest there too.
Probably not a bad idea. Though Baba Lysaga has been slain, and though all of her animated creatures seem to be no longer functional, you know it's not a good idea to short rest here, as the flies are still very dense. And you're pretty sure they would probably start swarming you properly if you stop moving for too long. But if you want to head back to the Circle of Standing Stones, it would be very much like a what is it? The fox and the hen logic problem where you have to get them both across the river. Or no, it's a fox, a hen, and a bag of grain. Or you have to get all three across, but can only carry one at a time, and you can't leave the chicken with the grain or the fox with the chicken. It's just a whole fucking thing. You have to shuttle the goats a few at a time across the river if you'd like to get to the standing stones, but you can manage. Especially if Zaki, do you have a wild shape left?
Yeah, I have one wild shape left. I could be a frog or a crocodile. You know, I just
Yeah,
gotta not
no
get hungry
problem.
and eat one of those goats.
We should still have water walking, unless it took us a long
Yeah,
time
but
to
the
get.
goats can't walk.
You have water walking,
Yeah.
but the goats do not
How
have
many
water
can we
walking.
fit on a boat? They can
I guess,
pack
yeah,
in there.
you could just get out and push. Yes, but point being, I don't think you can fit 9 goats on a small, like, 10 to 12 foot long fishing boat.
Narlo's got to carry one. He's got like drops it. It just falls into the middle. Oh,
Right.
Just have
Sorry,
Yakobachi convince them to lay down and stack up like Tetris blocks.
But yes, you're able to shuttle the goats back and forth, or across in groups, I should say. And eventually you are able to arrive at the Circle of Standing Stones. I think Perez is a kind of terrifying and rather ominous place, and I think that certainly Irina and Esmeralda and Von Richten have been kind of quiet. Mostly any conversation is just like, hold up while we make sure the area is clear. But upon reaching the Standing Stones, knowing you are safe from prying eyes, I think Relda, was it just me, or did it seem like he was having some sort of psychotic break there? The unusual conflict between being so tender and caring and then immediately descending into destruction and madness. I don't know what to make of that. She was never close enough to hear really anything or see the child, I think.
Yakobachi would say, I think Strahd knew all along what the hunt would bring us to. He didn't have the gall to do it himself, so he allowed us to do it. And although it saddens him, it is all part of what he wanted in the end of the day. So I think explains the quick change of behavior.
And I think Irina in particular looks troubled by it. He's normally so, well, I won't say entirely composed every time he's ever appeared before me, but, well... And Von Richten, if you were to ask me, you'd have to really think about how does anybody stay sane for hundreds of years? I think the cackling at the sky is probably the real one, and the charming exterior he likes to put on is probably, well, just that, an exterior. But Ayakobachi, I think you've probably got the right of it. In some way, perhaps her being out of the way is part of his plan. And, well, that doesn't mean that there isn't some sort of emotional attachment down there in whatever's left of his heart. He kind of shrugs. And Muriel, Strahd is here? Out in the swamp. You just missed him. And she kind of shrinks, like, even further towards the center of the circle of stones. And I think, you kind of fill her in about the general lack of Baba Lasaka at the moment while you're all taking your short rest. So go ahead and roll hit dice, recover what you can recover on that.
He's gonna be pretty quiet. He said the shit beat out of him. He probably just slumped straight to the ground and immediately starts taking to his short rest.
Yeah, splat.
I healed myself back to full after that finger of death, so those heals, the cure wounds went off.
Yeah. then yeah, I think that's probably like a moment of success, but also exhaustion, right? Like it was a hard fought battle and a
Oh,
look at you, incredibly unpleasant place to have a hard fought battle, and you've made it out with actually a hell of a lot of loot. Um, and to that end, during a short rest, you guys can take the time to identify stuff. Which does reveal what those two scrolls are, what the oil of sharpness is. Um, I don't know that anybody has a sling, but that pouch is 10 plus 1 sling bullets.
I don't think I have a sling. I do. Oh, wait, no, wait, that's string. Never mind.
So
I just can't
I can
read.
do this. I think that puts it in your inventory, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
And then also these. And then also this.
Zone of good luck.
that's dope.
Is the best or +1 bonus to ability checks and saving throws?
Yes.
Yeah,
It
we're
does require
fishing between
attunement.
instruments.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the festivities are for.
Well, none of you anyway. Von Richten is.
Oh,
Remember, his other persona is a bard.
that's right. I forgot about that. It's been a while since he.
Yeah, he kind of has dropped the Rictavio act, but he does have all of the skills that Rictavio does.
Yeah, Narlook, definitely identify that hilt too.
Yes.
And let's see, there's
Yep.
5 gems, so I think we could all take one and then, maybe give one to the NPCs because I guess they earned it.
I figured that gems will probably just try to
Relda
hawk,
earned
right?
it. I'd
Just
give it to
give them the raw
Relda. She was
mirror.
pretty sweet in that last one.
So we need the gems for casting purposes. Probably just try to sell them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
see. It's 500. What did you say, man?
Harlock doesn't need a
Five
gem.
500 GP, so
Gemstone.
it's 2,500 plus 1,300 gold. So it's 3,800 gold total.
There.
Yeah, Narlag will ritual cast to identify.
Okay. Let me read how this works. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. So as you pick it up in order to identify it, Narlug, you hold it in your hand and you begin to cast the ritual. And you start to feel a foreign presence in your head while you're holding it. And at first, it's just kind of like the sensation of someone standing next to you. And then as the ritual continues, you start seeing flashes of memory. And in your head, you see 2 men standing side by side. One of them is Strahd, and the other, well, you've only seen his face in the toppled stone statues that lie outside the gates to Strahd's close realm. The one that lies between Valaki and Barovia Village, and the one that lies between Barovia Village and the castle. And he looks so much like him that he can't be anybody other than a brother. And you've heard the name Sergei thrown around as Strahd's brother, so this must be him. And there's another flash of Strahd driving his arm all the way through Sergei's chest.
Oh shit, the Omni-Man, bro.
And the hilt sticks out of a scabbard on Sergei's side. Then there is a flash of the sword on a workbench draped in some sort of red ritual cloth that has diagrams drawn out in arcane inks. And someone brings a black iron hammer down on it, shattering the weapon and breaking the blade away from the hilt. And the hand that reaches for the blade is withered and almost rotting and clearly undead to your eyes. Not Strahd's, but something less human. And it carries away the blade towards what to you looks like some sort of forge made specifically for the purpose of destroying it. Again, arcane symbols drawn all over it, this terrible black stone that makes up this place. And another hand, much younger, still alive by the look of it, grabs the hilt and flees. And later, there's one final image of someone, blood running down their chest, like you're looking from their perspective, holding the hilt in their hands, and cradling it to them as they die, alone and afraid in the woods somewhere here in Barovia. And you recognize that it's not the magic showing you all of this, it's the sword. And as you touch on what the actual properties of this would be, you feel it reject you. And in your mind, you hear a few simple words. Not by your hand. And it jumps free of your grasp, clattering to the ground.
They call me in the D&D movie. I always keeps flying off of them.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes. Basically, that is literally what happens here. It rejects identification and attunement for you. And as it lays there on the ground, let's see. Alignments. Ayakobachi, I know you. Ralmir, you're chaotic good or you chaotic neutral?
I'm just neutral.
Just neutral? Narlug, you're chaotic good. And Ervir, you are lawful good?
Yes.
Alright. I think as it falls on the ground, it bounces slightly and the hilt reaches or points at you, Ervir.
You want to spin the bottle, baby? Take off that shirt.
Orville will kind of raise a brow towards Narlug and
Yeah, he doesn't see any of that, Narlug. You see all these flashes in your head, you hear the voice, and to everybody else it looks like you just went, "Ugh!" and the sword like fell out of your hand. So yeah, I think without you explaining, there's just like a whole lot of
Looking around.
y'all y'all right there,
Did it
boyo?
sting?
Narlog will, in his best words, explain what happened. Some ominous figures. They looked like maybe they're gay for each other, had a fight. Things went south. Instead of breaking up amicably, blood. The person they were cheating on came and stole their shit. They died. Then we played Spin the Bottle and you won, Ervir.
love is love, my orcish friend.
What a deep and tragic tale.
Who needs a lore dump, right?
Seeing as time may or may not be of the essence, I'll burn a first level spell slot for a detect magic on it before Revere picks it up.
Okay. Let's see. What quality are you? Okay. Well, given that this is literally a legendary rarity uh piece of equipment,
Definitely magic.
yes, it is violently bright in your magical sight. Um,
See her squint a
enchant,
little bit.
yes, enchantment, abjuration,
Grass is
conjuration, to an absurd degree. Actually, there's probably evocation in there as well. It used to tell you exactly what you needed to craft such a thing. It no longer does that in 5e, but this is it's a relic. It's very powerful, but what you sense that is unusual is you sense an alignment as it projects it to you. Um, and you sense a strong, good aligned aura from this object.
Don't have identify, but I guess he'll. I
I
don't.
think they're still attuned to it.
Yeah, he'll take it into
Mhm.
his hands. And I guess attunement would be the best way to learn more about it, because I can always break the attunement if needed. Um,
Yes,
so I will try to attune with it during the short rest.
fair enough.
So sit
Um,
and like get in his like prayer pose and just meditate on it.
all right. And as you do, you experience very similar reflections of what happened to it. Uh, it was sundered. Someone attempted to destroy it, and you, I think, as a expert in the subject, recognize that the hand that goes to break the blade with the hammer definitely undead. But not, you don't think a lich. You're fairly certain, like, this is a particularly ancient vampire. Um, Given the claws, given the particular, like, way that the flesh has drawn tight over the skeleton, but has not rotted away to being just skin and bone.